baby. Oh, baby, shake it. Homer-like. Shake it. Now roll over on your tummy just like I taught you.
Marge burst through the door in a rage.
My other baby mama.
She never expected Homer to already have another child and even a new life. Gray shushed Marge, telling her to keep quiet and not scare little Homer.
Oh, it's cool. We did it in an elevator.
A few days earlier, Homer had met Gray in an elevator. Just then, the elevator lost power, and Gray was about to give birth. Homer quickly helped Gray lie down and began recalling the childbirth procedures his teacher had taught.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that does feel good.
When Homer carried out the baby, he was stunned to find the boy looked identical to him. Just then, the elevator power restored. From that day on, Homer often stayed to play with little Homer. Marge forbade Homer from ever coming back, but when Homer tearfully hugged little Homer goodbye, she relented and allowed him a few hours each week with the boy. One day, Homer took all 4 kids to the zoo. Lisa bought ice creams for the 2 youngest, but little Homer took a bite of Maggie's treat. He got a slap as reward, and to pacify them, Homer led the group to the animal enclosures.
I have a soul, and you guys don't.
When no one was looking, little Homer stole another bite of Maggie's ice cream. To everyone's shock, he got up, pushed her stroller in after him, and waved smugly. As Maggie's stroller slid downward, she grabbed a dinosaur cane, used it to wedge the wheels, and the stroller stopped beside a family of groundhogs. Homer snatches the newspaper, only to get his hand sliced by the pages. As he reverses the car out, a lightning bolt crashes down, felling the big tree by the front door. On the road, a restaurant crew is dismantling a billboard, which crushes Homer's beat-up car into a convertible. He grumbles again about horoscopes being bogus, right before an axe flies off a truck ahead, smacking him square in the forehead. At the nuclear plant, Lenny compliments Homer on looking totally badass today, noting the rattlesnake dangling from his arm. Miraculously, Homer survives the entire workday and heads home, craving a donut to celebrate his luck.
No dessert until you eat your broccoli.
Oh, fine.
A doctor yanks a broccoli floret from Homer's throat. Apparently, broccoli's the deadliest plant on Earth. Homer's soul floats to heaven's gates but can't get in.
Got to heaven before you, Flanders.
He's got 24 hours to do one good deed. Flying over Springfield, he spots an old lady about to cross the street and yanks her into the air.
What's happening to me? People can see my muscle.
Hey, stop squirming.
Then he zooms to a convenience store for a milkshake, which spills everywhere, making everyone behind him slip. With 1 minute left, a stroller careens down a flight of stairs. Annoyed by the baby's wailing, Homer grabs the kid mid-roll, saving its life. After handing the baby back, he zooms toward heaven, but the angels don't even notice.
I am Homer Simpson. Silence, sinner!
Homer's car hasn't been washed in 10 years. This day, he drives it to a car wash where the entire process is completed by an automatic washing machine. But when checking out, Homer is asked to pay $10, while Flanders, who's standing nearby, only needs to pay $5.
Hey, how did Churchy LaFemme get half price?
The cashier explains that he gets a senior discount. This makes Homer very angry.
Flanders? Well, we'll see about that.
At the afternoon church gathering, Homer publicly accuses the seemingly honest Flanders of not actually being honest. He then reveals how Flanders fraudulently used a fake senior discount card to cheat the car wash. Everyone is shocked to hear this. Homer smugly points out that senior discount cards can only be used by people over 55, and Flanders is obviously not that age. Seeing the situation, Flanders reluctantly admits that he's actually 60 years old. Everyone is even more shocked. They're all curious about how Flanders manages to maintain himself so well.
I just follow the 3 C's: clean living, chewing thoroughly, and a daily dose of vitamin church. And of course, I resist all the major urges.
Everyone starts complaining about this. Wouldn't life be boring if people lived this way their whole lives? Flanders suddenly begins to doubt himself. After returning home, he tries to mess up his beard, but his family doesn't find it funny at all. At this moment, Homer next door is barbecuing on his roof using the chimney.
Okay, no more gasoline. Full power!
Flanders hopes Homer can help him find some fun.
Well. So Flawless Flanders needs help from Stinky Pants Simpson.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Welly. Mr. Clean wants to hang with Dirty Dingus McGee.
How about it, Homer? Will you teach me the secret of your intoxicating lust for life?
Wellity.
Stop that! Will you help me or not?
Let's do it.
So what about all this meat?
Homer demands that Flanders pay him $5 every day and strictly follow the plan he creates. Although Flanders hesitates somewhat, thinking about how boring his life is, he decides to sign the contract. Their first destination is Las Vegas. The glamorous nightlife here is perfect for finding fun. Homer first takes Flanders to try gambling, then to taste the local specialty drinks and some specialty services. Flanders endures his inner resistance. After a night of wild spending, when they wake up again, it's already noon the next day. Flanders is very excited about this indulgence, but unexpectedly, trouble soon finds them.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Ned Flanders.
Ah!
Hey, smooth move, Flanders.
And I'm Mrs. Homer Simpson.
It turns out that because they drank too much alcohol yesterday, they somehow drunkenly registered for marriage with some call girls here.
We are so dead.
Homer felt his leg had gone numb, but he didn't realize it was the back passenger's leg. His car was illegally parked between the Twin Towers in a New York park. The car was covered with parking tickets, and the wheels were locked with a boot. Homer tried to unscrew the bolts with his teeth but failed. He had to call the Parking Violations Bureau. He was told to wait on the spot and staff would come to handle it at 4 p.m. Passers-by thought he was panhandling and threw coins at him. He wanted to use the money to buy some food, but he couldn't leave his car.
Getting closer. Almost. There. Ow!
Just then, a kebab vendor walked up behind him. Although it was the worst thing he had ever eaten, he still finished it. Afterward, he bought more than a dozen bottles of crab juice. Soon, Homer needed to use the bathroom, but he still had to wait for the parking attendant. Then he saw a mailbox not far away.
Don't even think about it, pal.
Homer rolled around in agony in his car, even fantasizing about being surrounded by toilets. He rushed into the building at top speed, pushed through the long line, took the elevator to the 107th floor, but the toilet on the top floor was out of order and closed. He rushed to another building at top speed.
Oh, yeah.
And by this time, the parking enforcement officer had already arrived downstairs and put another ticket on his car.
Failure to wait by vehicle. $250. You go.
Homer puts donuts into the nuclear reactor just so that all three people can have some to eat. Unfortunately, this causes an explosion, leading to his dismissal. Unemployed, he sees a Navy recruitment ad on TV. The job looks easy, and there's even beer to drink, so he decides to serve his country and join the Navy. While Homer is on a mission, he unintentionally gains the captain's favor. At this moment, torpedo number 1 malfunctions. The captain immediately entrusts Homer with the important responsibility, temporarily putting him in charge. When the enemy submarine approaches, he has no idea what to do. In the emergency, Homer thinks about how the captain would handle this situation.
Don't fire the torpedo! Fire the torpedoes!
Seeing this, the enemy captain launches a counterattack. Unexpectedly, he almost responds in the same way. When the submarine loses power, only Homer thinks the atmosphere is quite nice. When his comrades tell him that he had fired the captain out through the torpedo tube, Homer finally realizes he has truly gained command. He immediately orders the submarine to navigate to Russian waters. Homer's submarine starts leaking. Everyone prepares for the worst. At this moment, he thinks of his son Bart's earring, which could perfectly plug the leak, ultimately saving everyone and returning safely to land. The scene shifts, and Homer becomes a traitor. During negotiations between the two countries, a shocking secret is accidentally revealed. The Soviet Union never actually dissolved. It was all a plot against capitalism. Facing trial at the United Nations, after a false alarm, Homer safely walks away from the trial. At this moment, his family is waiting at the door. They embrace happily and go home together. Homer wanted to eat candy from the vending machine, but his crumpled bills couldn't be recognized by the machine at all. No matter how he tried to smooth them out, he couldn't buy the candy he wanted. He had no choice but to borrow $1 from his colleague. That noon, Homer was eating the candy he bought with the borrowed money when his stockbroker told him that his power plant stock had gone up. If he sold it now, he would have a full $25. Homer cheered excitedly and began to imagine life with $25. Haircuts, car washes, and waxing, expensive hammers. At this moment, Marge saw the financial news on TV and calculated that Homer's stock was worth $2,500. After hearing this, Bart began to imagine a wonderful future life where he could drive over and crush toy cars, fill his car with chocolate, and eat until he was stuffed, and even write in the sky telling his friends to eat shit. When the stock had risen to $5,200, everyone was imagining what to do with this money. Marge wanted to open a savings account so they could earn substantial interest. Just then, Homer came back. Marge went forward and hugged this hero, finding that he looked especially tall and handsome today.
Great plans for that money.
Well, I'm afraid I had some great plans too.
What do you mean?
Spend it on beer.
Marge was furious. This was $5,200. At this moment, the Financial Channel was broadcasting stock trends. Homer sadly rushed to the TV and said painfully that he had sold it for just $25.
All for $25.
After hearing this, Bart gave him a kick and even told everyone to come and vent their anger. At this time, the outside world had changed. Former colleagues had sold their stocks and bought new cars. His brother's prosperity made Homer very envious. Homer wanted to buy a $5,000 computer. He managed to buy it by mortgaging his house and quickly dragged it home.
Oh, stupid pothole. Don't worry, Head. The computer will do our thinking now.
Homer hung a Coke on the computer, then picked up the mouse and ordered it to kill Flanders, right as Flanders overheard him.
Now finish the job.
Oh, you're busy. Catch you later, computator.
When the computer didn't budge, Homer angrily tossed it in the trash. Lisa helped him set up basic commands.
Homer, bring that back in the house.
First, he made a spinning Jesus animation, then clicked onto Springfield PD's homepage. Filling out a survey accidentally got him arrested. Next, he built his first website, calling it X-Site, but a day passed with 0 visitors. Suddenly, a tire smashed through the Simpsons window. Bart learned the mayor embezzled road repair funds, so Homer posted the news. It went viral in Springfield.
What's all this about a secret swimming pool?
Well, what secret swimming pool is that?
Reporters stormed the mayor's house and found a secret world behind a door. Mr. X made the papers, and he loved digging up dirt. One day, while Homer sang in the bathroom, Burns was about to spill a huge secret to Smithers. Smithers hit the hand dryer.
Okay, now we can talk.
Turn it off!
Turns out Burns had been arming terrorists, and Homer heard it all. Poison gas leaked into the vents.
This place is falling apart.
Maggie snatches Homer's steering wheel, drives the car right to the amusement park entrance, then hops on a wiggle car and races through the crowd, desperately chasing after a train. But in the end, she still misses that boy. When Maggie was 1 year old, she met her true love. They fell for each other at first sight and shared the same hobbies. Maggie gives her bow to the boy as a love token, and they exchange names. They ride horses together, sip wine under the sunset, and even have a romantic candlelit dinner. The joyful day ends quickly, and Maggie's dreams are filled with the boy's presence. The next day, she puts on her favorite outfit, sprays on perfume, and sets out. But Homer drops her off at the neighboring playground instead. She searches frantically for the boy, and finally spots him at the top of a skateboard ramp. Maggie stays up all night, and the next day Marge takes her back to the old playground. They rush toward each other in excitement. Seeing how happy the two kids are, Courtney invites Marge to her house the next day.
Yes, yes, yes.
It turns out Maggie's boyfriend is from a wealthy family, and Hudson is also a disciplined guy. He takes Maggie on a family-friendly sled ride, but Courtney first complains that Maggie's pacifier is dirty, then criticizes her starfish-shaped hair. Marge hates when people mess with Maggie's hair, so she storms off in anger. Hudson's life loses all color without Maggie, but when he sees her again, the smile returns to his face. Homer took out a sausage from the refrigerator, but the garbage can couldn't hold even one bit more weight. He could only pretend the packaging was a report card and stick it on the refrigerator. But unexpectedly, just as he turned around, he accidentally knocked over the garbage can directly, because the rule was that whoever filled it last had to take out the trash. Homer could only reluctantly pick up the garbage can, but because it was too full, the garbage water spilled out. Just at this moment, the garbage truck arrived.
Hey, wait! Stop! I have garbage! Oh, you guys are the lousiest garbage men ever! Yeah, I'm talking to you! You trash-eating stink bags!
Homer didn't expect that they happened to hear him cursing. The final result was that both sides got into a fight, and the garbage workers would never collect the Simpson family's trash again. This was a troublesome matter. Lisa suggested he'd better go apologize to the garbage workers.
I never apologize, Lisa. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I am.
From that day on, Homer threw all the household garbage outside, whether it was kitchen waste or Maggie's diapers. None of it was allowed to go in the garbage can. Marge could only have the children prepare before going out. When the rats were distracted, they needed to rush to the street at the fastest speed. But this morning when Homer just got up, he discovered that the garbage outside had disappeared overnight. He was excited, thinking he had won this battle with the garbage workers, but actually Marge had written an apology letter to them in Homer's name.
You signed my name?
So Homer went to City Hall. He demanded that the sanitation commissioner withdraw his apology letter, but the other party said they had no time to joke around with him. Homer was very angry about this, and decided to run for sanitation commissioner to replan Springfield's garbage disposal rules. He put on a suit and gave a speech in the town center.
But aren't you tired of waking up early and dragging the garbage to the curb?
Yeah, that's so annoying in the morning.
Aren't you tired of having to peel that last snotty Kleenex from the bottom of your wastebasket?
I'll say.
Well then, can't someone else do it?
It must be said that Homer had some talent in this area. On the night of the official election, the sanitation commissioner's lateness made the residents dissatisfied. Little did they know that Homer had secretly cut his brake lines.
Well, then you should have been early.
Got you there, eh?
Throughout the event, Homer's various grandiose speeches made the residents very excited, although the sanitation commissioner reminded them that basically none of these policies could be accomplished. Homer still won the election with an overwhelming advantage, and since he came to power, Springfield's garbage disposal really underwent a qualitative change. Although the residents were flattered, they also acknowledged Homer's dedication. But soon, the mayor came knocking.
You spent your entire year's budget in a month. Your department's broke. Oh no!
Smart Homer thought of a solution the next day. He pacified the garbage workers' agitation with a box of cash. As for the source of this cash, his family could never figure it out. So Homer brought them to the outskirts of Springfield. Here, garbage trucks from various cities continuously delivered garbage. It turned out Homer had agreed to help them dispose of garbage for a fee. As the garbage accumulated more and more, the land beneath Springfield was becoming saturated. This day, when Homer was playing golf with the mayor, suddenly, a bump appeared on the ground. Then came the second one, the third one.